Net starts leading the way. Nice tornado in. He's actually going to be able to go off. The Spectre's going to be able to come in. First blood gets taken by MVP Phoenix. As Fnatic thought they had it, they're still going to be able to get the Ravage to blow up the Witch Doctor, but they're not going to be able to get much else. And we can't forget MVP Phoenix, they claim the first blood, so that is definitely favorable. If they actually come in and get the magic missile stun on the Faceless Void, and then he pops out, gets that bit of burst damage, that might be able to kill him. Is they're going to be able to combo off the stun? There it is! bo3 had it planned all along.
That was the oddest thing he used. Imagine poor Forev. He's like, okay.
Ooh, Ohio. He's sitting here on an ancient stack trying to deal with it, but MP, he's just going to position himself in the perfect spot. Hits the tornado, right-clicks him down a couple of times. And that's a lot of ancients, by the way, that are quite low. I don't think MVP Phoenix can ever contest it.
Super slow.
That's true. They just cleared through the camp, the creep waves faster.
Yeah. But this tower's going to go down. This is the one really...
I don't think you want to stick around here. Uh-oh. Spectre's gonna pop the ultimate. They also throw down the Chronosphere. Mid one is most definitely dead. I like the tornado use there to be able to catch that. They know they've got the kill on the OD, and they actually can get the supporting in hero as well.
Oh, they didn't deny the mid tower when they had the opportunity to. Get out of this. We don't want to just give this one up.
Rev jumps back. Tornado EMP is going to be able to land on the Tidehunter, blowing through all of his mana. He's got enough to wand, well, not anymore after that Anchor Smash. So no Ravage available. That being said, Fnatic do split themselves up pretty heavily. They're also trying to push in the mid lane. They are going to go for the Chronosphere, trying to pop Ohio. He's got the Ravage ready to go, and he could be able to get it off at the last second. Imprisonment save, there it is. The Spectre's not going to be able to claim that kill right away. Ohio will live, and they didn't have to blow the Ravage. DJ, he's going to be caught up by Forev, but he does have his whole entire army here. The Tornado's going to be able to come in, just barely clips him. Forev stays ahead of DJ as well. They body block him up and will be able to get a kill out of this.
Yeah, there's a hasted Spectre running up top, but Fnatic, they're still going to rely pretty heavily on Mushi to just get a lot of farm. He's got 1,500 gold, and they're at a decent pace. But they definitely want to try to use
he comes in. They've got more than enough to pop Ohio.
And again, they're just fighting around the Tidehunter. And the top tower, let's use the Ravage.
What are we going on, Mushi? Is this a Desolator build?
Could be.
I mean, it's either that or Maelstrom, right?
Yeah.
So.
Dubu. They're going to run into Dubu.
And they really want this quick pick off, and the Spectre's actually going to come in disrupting. Immediately goes for DJ and a 3-net Chronosphere. Beautifully set up for Forev to be able to pop the EMP over the top from MP. Ohio just cannot seem to get off the Ravage. Finally does in the last half second. The Valdic is taking him down. Imprisoment's going to come in, but mid one dishes out the damage till Dubu. He's sitting on the side. He's already fought mid one down to half HP. MP can't challenge him though. It's too much against Mushi as well on the right-hand side. Bevy's already taken out the Tidehunter, and they're going to be able to sandwich in Fnatic if they can only control Mushi well enough. MP, he's got the Invis as well. They're going to be able to start throwing out those Impeta shots. Mushi taking a dive in for the creep. Will be able to get inside it. MVP Phoenix, they can still fight this though. They're going to chance up the Dark Troll. Mushi, you've got to get out of there. You're going to be dragged by the base. Gets full HP, rages up, and TP's out. Mushi will be fine, but Fnatic, a big hit there as they lose another team fight. Except this.
Yeah, they are getting control in the enemy jungle. I like this, but MVP looks like they want to clash.
Blink away. Ohio already forced on the defensive. Forev's just going to be able to jump in with his Blink Dagger. Throws out the time dilation. He's just thinking whether or not he's going to be able to actually force this fight.
I mean, Fnatic, do they really want to fight against the
Aegis? Can Blink Ravage. Oh, the tornado hit just in time, and MP is going to be able to jump away. The Spectre pops the ultimate. Spectre in the back line starts going in for death, but there's the 3-man Chronosphere. Forev finds his opening, catching the Vestal Spirit on the edge line. QO to be able to get him. The Ravage goes down now, but Forev actually gets blown up already, and QO has no more mana. The lifesteal on the other side is actually pushing back MVP Phoenix. Somehow Fnatic managed to recover from that initiation. MP runs into mid one. He's already down to half HP. He's got to be careful as that heal's not going to come in fast. MP, he's too close. There goes the Aegis. He's going to be surrounded by Fnatic. Really be able to get out in life number 2. He's going to be slowed down. He's just getting blown up instantly with the Desolator as well as the pure damage from the OD. Fortunately, the Invis is going to allow him to escape as that casket proves to be an annoying force against Fnatic.
They finally get the Ravage that they're looking for.
The BKB will definitely be If you discount the Chronosphere, one of the larger impact items Fnatic can get. Oh, another 3-man Chronosphere set up by Forev. Mid one's going to be controlled up. They got the EMP. That is almost going to go down. They're actually surviving decently, but mid one can't battle out with QO. The carry actually dies. Or Tornado comes forward, doesn't hit on anybody. To send back onto net is going to be able to successfully save him. And DJ gets the TP out as well. Somehow, Fnatic mitigate their losses once again against a great initiation from Forev.
Yeah, good one. And we have seen what their potential fights can look like if they can get a clean Ravage off.
And they do have the positioning to be able to set this one up. Ohio has smoked up with Lifestealer inside of him. He actually knows that MVP Phoenix are going to be sitting on the side. He gets a 3-man Ravage, sets up, they immediately go into MP. They're going to be able to pop him immediately. Femi's not going to last long either, as Mushi's raid allows him to ignore that untoucher all he wants. The swap back in, Forev, he's going to be caught out as well. That's going to be 3 down. Fnatic find the fight, takes the tier 1, and will push forward for a tier 2.
And that's exactly what we were looking for. Even though from MVP wants to commit the buyback,
the Desolator allows them to rip through this tower so quickly with the help of the Chen Priest. They don't have Glyph or oh no, this could be a full later Rax here. Spectre's gonna pop the ultimate, paralyzing cast, bounces out. Spectre bounces back and forth. The Witch Doctor throws out the ultimate, and they actually jump inside one of the Centaurs. So the Lifestealer putting himself on the front lines. It's been enchanted. They could just run him back to the fountain. Mushi, again, you've got to pop out. Forev, he's got the Chronosphere to be able to stop Mushi. There's no opportunity for him to do anything. Free kill on the carry of Fnatic. Mushi's got to be careful with that at best.
Yeah.
Normally you would see point booster though.
I think Ags could be a good choice, but Fnatic, they're gonna smoke up for this one. Even getting the Enchantress here would be pretty good, as Febby does deal quite a lot of damage, and he's gonna get gone on. He's gonna pop the Rage.
The Ghost Scepter go down, but that's only gonna delay things. There's not enough members of MVP Phoenix to actually be here, so Febby's just gonna try and buy as much time as possible. And
they've got a ward down in the base. They can see what MVP decided to do after. MVP are immediately going to smoke up. They want to go for this Roche fight, but Fnatic have everything available. Mid one could get the BKB off.
Oh, Forev smoke is popped. He knows the left-hand side. He sees the opportunity. No Chronosphere just yet. Locks him in, but QO. Oh no, he's stuck inside of that one. The imprisonment goes down. They're going to be able to save some of these heroes. They've only taken net so far. Mid one's down to half HP, but the BKB's still going. Ohio holds. He's waiting for his opportunity to be able to jump in. He's got the Lifestealer inside of him as well, but he's stuck inside the tree. He's not in position to do anything. He can't help mid one. Ohio's just stuck. The paralyzing cast is destroying him, and QO's going to be able to catch up now. Mushi pops out. Finally, the Raps goes down, but they've only going to be able to get the support, it looks like, as Ohio dies, and Mushi is left alone against all of MVP Phoenix, soon to die as well. A wipe to the favor of MVP Phoenix. A rough start there for Forev, but it really came out when they had Tidehunter completely controlled with Mushi inside of him.
He's going to drop off, but he does have the items right now to scale, and OD is always OD.
You're just going to have to get the fast MKB. It looks like, the Chronosphere is going to be able to control the swap back out. And Kubu's going to be left to potentially die. No, MVP Phoenix actually turn and fight this. With the EMP laid out, DJ's trying to chase away by the Spectre Illusions. Will be able to survive for the time being. QO turns and will be able to take out Net. They're fighting around the Aegis right now. Mid one thinks he can actually do this. He's ready to go with the ultimate, drops it now, but he's still going to die. QO, he's not going to be able to get away, loses that Aegis, but Mushi has no way out of this one. He's been silenced up, not going to be able to infest at all, and the burst damage will pop him. Another wipe for MVP Phoenix.
Yeah, they fight around the fact that they know the Ravage is down. They've got the Aegis on QO. They're immediately going to go for a smoke with the Ravage up. They know that they're in a pretty bad spot. They want to be the ones to start the fight. They know that's when they were the most successful.
Rev is isolated. They're going to blow the Ravage just on him and pop him. That's a lock committed. The Spectre throws down the ultimate. He's actually going to try and chase down Net. This is still a fight that Fnatic can will. Spectre Reality's back out though, and is unable to get the Spectre Illusion. Still though, the paralyzing cast is actually stalling up Fnatic's retreat. They get the swap back. Net fights it, and mid one is going to be sent back to base. The two supports will die in order to save the life of mid one.
Yeah. And they had to expend the Ravage just for the Void, hoping that maybe somebody was behind him. They know that Forev has a BKB as well, so they had to take that one quickly.
Unfortunately, they still don't have their OD ultimate either, so they're missing both their team fight ults. As MVP Phoenix going to be able to grasp Mega Creeps at this point. Sounds up. Brad looks for the Chronosphere. He's going to be able to catch two. They immediately start going for mid one and should be able to burst him down inside of this Chronosphere. Barely gets off the imprisonment in time. Ohio and Mushi are in the middle of things trying to fight up against Barrett, but he's going to be able to time walk all that out. Ohio's going to be dying to the Enchantress. Meanwhile, again, the paralyzing casket's just destroying Fnatic in these small engagements. And sure enough, MVP Phoenix, they take game number one against Fnatic.
Yeah, their map control around the mid game, despite not having the best start in the laning phase, like it was pretty even. They just outmaneuvered Fnatic, and Fnatic did have bright spots. There was an opportunity for them to even take the first racks of the game, which is absurd.